Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Pavan Kumar. In this session, we will be dealing with Python database connection using SQLite and MySQL. So we quickly move on to our agenda. So what is a database? It is a collection of a structured data and we can perform the operations for accessing the data which we have stored. That is the data which we have stored in the backend, and from the front end we can perform the operations for accessing the data. A popular database servers includes the SQL Server, SQLite, IBM Database, Sybase, MySQL, NoSQL and Oracle databases. So these are the popular databases existing in real world. Now coming to MySQL database, it is an open source, a freely available a relational database management system which uses a structured query language. So in order to establish the connection with MySQL database, we have to follow certain procedure. In the Python application, using a connect method, we can establish the connection by passing the parameters as host number, username, password, and the port number for installing a MySQL. And we have to call the cursor method using our database object, and finally we can perform our operations using a method called execute. We can perform create, update, read and delete data from the database. So we can perform the CURD operations and MySQL connector Python, and finally we can perform the CURD operations. So I quickly move on to my PyCharm. Yeah. So before opening the PyCharm, we have to open MySQL command line. After installing the MySQL, open the MySQL command line. So I will open again. Yeah, enter the password. So MySQL command line was opened. Now from the Python, we have to import MySQL.connector package and call the method connect. We have to pass the parameter hostname as localhost and user root is the default. We can change whenever we are installing the MySQL. It will ask about the another user also. So I will be using the default user as root and my password and the port number. So I will be checking whether my database is successful or not. I will be running my code here. Python source success. My connection was established with MySQL. So the database, after establishing the database connection, we have to create our own database. So for creating our own database, we can use the execute method and pass the parameter as create database and the database name. Here we can use any variable name. For nativity, I have used the cursor. We can use any variable name. So the cursor dot execute of create database flask db. Now I am running my code here. The project finished. Now I will open my MySQL and check whether the Flask database was created or not. So using show databases query, I will be displaying. So it shows Flask DB database was created. So in this way we can create the database. After creating the database and every operation, the connect method also, we also include the database name also. That is, so let me show from my PyCharm also whether the database is created or not. Yeah, from the PyCharm also it will be showing that Flask DB database was created. Now coming to the creation of table. So in order to create the table, in the connect method we also pass the parameter database, that is database name also. So in that database only the operations are performed. So in my database I created a table called employee with EID and ename. So the project finished with exit code. Now let me check with my database. So using the command use flask db. Yeah, I will use show tables also. That is show tables. Yeah, in the flask db a table was created employee. So in this way we can create a table in MySQL. So let me show from my PyCharm also. Yeah, employee table was created. So in this way, using a method called execute method, we can pass the SQL query as show tables. Using the SQL query show tables, we can print the tables which we have created in our database. Now coming to the database insertion. So for the database insertion also, the first three lines are same. In the connect method, we have to pass the extra parameter, that is database name. So insert into table name and values. Here I have passed percentages and percentages which are the placeholders, and we can replace them with any value. And here we are going to create the tuple values. Why we create the tuples? Because in the read operation MySQL gives two methods, fetch and fetch all. Fetch will read only the first record and fetch all will read all the records. For that we will create the tuples here, and using a method called execute many, we are going to perform the operation of inserting the data into our table. The project was finished with the exit code with 0 errors. Now I will be printing the values, that is select star from employee. Yeah, so 3 rows are created, 1, 2, 3, 34 and 345. Flask, Spark and JSON are the ennames, so by which we can create the table and inserted the data into the table. Now we want to update the data. So we want to update the data using a query called update employee, that is update table name, set EID equal 1000 where ename equal to JSON. Previously the JSON value was 345. Here I am going to change now. So using a method called execute, I will be passing here, we can take any variable name. So I have updated the data. I will check whether the data was updated or not. Yeah, process finished with exit code 0. Now we'll be checking with the same query. So the JSON value was changed as 1000. So in this way we can update the data in the table. Now coming to the delete operation. The delete operation is same as that of the update. Instead of update query, we are going to use the delete query, that is delete from employee where ename equal to JSON. So the JSON name is going to be, the JSON row is going to be deleted. So I will run the code now. I will check. Yeah, you can clearly see that the JSON row was deleted. So in this way we can delete, update and insert and create the database using MySQL. Now let me get back to my slide. Yeah, the second database I have taken is SQLite. So SQLite is a zero configured, standalone and self-contained relational database management system. Whenever we are installing the Python, SQLite comes defaultly with Python latest versions. If we are using the Python old versions, we can install it using a pip command. So I already installed. I will show you. So pip install db SQLite 3. The requirement was already satisfied since I have already installed. Now coming to the features of SQLite, it is a serverless. That is, most of the SQL databases implemented as a separate server process, and SQLite doesn't have any separate server. It is a serverless database engine which is very light. That is almost about a 550 KB only, which is an open source, and it is a zero config. That is, it doesn't require any configuration while running the code, and it will easily binds with other programming languages like C, C++, Java, Ruby and etc. and it is an open source. So because of these features only, SQLite is very popular. Now I quickly get back to my Python. I will run the code for SQLite. So for SQLite also, using Python, we have to import SQLite 3 package, and we have to check that whether the database connection was established or not using a test.db, a default parameter for the connect method. And I will run the code now first. So open database successfully, and the open database successfully, I created a table name called Flask with values EID and ename. So int and text. So using this, I have created the database and I have created the table also, and I will close with the connection. Now let me highlight this. Now coming to the next one, how we insert the data. So after creation of the table, I am going to insert the data into the table using insert command. The same we follow in MySQL also. So there will be a syntax error, I think. We have to close now. Yeah, then we will execute again. Invalid syntax here, table. Yeah, we can delete it one, so it's not necessary now. We already created. We will remove the highlight comment here. I will close here. Yeah, so only these lines are highlighted. Now I will be running the code again. Yeah, so open database created successfully and records created successfully. So the records are inserted successfully. In this way we can insert the records. Now I will be highlighting this one. We'll be de-inheriting this one. Yeah. So after the database opening and after the insertion, I am going to select the data from the table using the select query. So select EID ename from Flask. So the data will be displayed as 1 Pawan, 2 Ram and 3 KVN. In the previous we have inserted the values here. So the values which we are inserted are displayed using the select command. After opening SQLite 3 and establishing the connection with the database, and we can using a method called execute, and with the select query we can extract the rows from the table. So in this way we can extract the rows. I will comment this line. Now what is the update command in SQLite? So the same as in MySQL, we can also update after opening the database successfully using a query called update table name set ename is equal to something, where EID equal to something, and I will be using a method called execute and committing the records, and finally the updation records is going to be printed using a for loop. So here you can clearly see that 1 Python, 2 Ram and 3 KVN. Previously 1 was with Pawan, it was changed to Python. So in this way we can perform the update operation in SQLite. I will highlight the code here. Yeah, I have placed it in comment. I have placed it. Now delete method. So the delete method is same as that of update method. So the delete from table name where EID equal to 3 using an execute method, I will perform the delete operation and I will going to print the updated rows also. So here total underscore changes is a default variable name in SQLite 3. That variable is going to be called with the connection object, which will give the total changes in the database. So here the database changes 1 and 2, only 2 records are there since we have deleted the record with EID equal to 3. So in this way we can also perform the database operations in SQLite 3 using Python, which is very easy because with Python advanced versions SQLite 3 comes with default only. So we are not going to install any type of other databases or any type of other files for SQLite 3. I will get back to my slide. So coming to insights, we have learned what is a database connection and what is a MySQL, how we establish MySQL database connection with Python, and how we establish the database connection SQLite 3 with Python. Hope guys enjoyed with my session. In our next class, we will be discussing what are the graphics in R, how we plot the pie chart, bar chart and scatter plot, etc. All the things in R. Thank you.